To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take up arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. So this speech is from Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 3. Hamlet has found out from the ghost of his dead father that his stepfather is his uncle, and he's very upset about it, and he's trying to decide what to do. He's trying to decide whether he's going to live and continue to fight against his uncle, who he believes is an usurper to the throne, or whether he's going to kill himself and just call it a day. What does this have to do with Japan? Well, that's a good question. So I chose just that part of the to be or not to be soliloquy because if you are in Japan for a long time, this can come into play. Do you fight against what you see as trouble or even unfairness in the workplace? Or do you just let it go and slide on by? If you're in the JET program, this does not apply to you. If you are here for 1 or 2 or 3 years, this does not apply to you. You don't get this choice. If you are here long term, this can maybe perhaps apply to you. Now, the question is, do you fight against problems that you see in your organization, or do you continue on, just let it go, say it's not my problem, it doesn't really affect me, or it doesn't affect me that much, and just continue on, do your 20 years and get out? This is a problem that long-term people have. You have to think about it. How far can you push? How much of it is cultural hegemony, if you want to look at it like that, and how much is just the right thing? We can have a discussion later on about whether you think there are absolute rights or not, things that are absolutely correct regardless or not. That's an interesting discussion to have, and we may have it later on. But I'm coming from the position that, yes, there are things that are absolutely right or wrong, and it doesn't matter what the cultural background or cultural noise is. So the thing that I want you to think about is, how far do you push? What kind of things can you change? What things should you try to change in your organization? Is it fair? Is it because you feel oppressed? Is it because you see other people having the same experience and you feel that it's wrong? How much of it is coming from a Western perspective? How much of it is Japanese culture? Let's throw the quotes up. Japanese culture. And how much is perceived Japanese culture? It's Japanese culture because this company does this way, not because Japan does it this way. How much is the age of the people who are in control rather than what's the actual best practice? There have been a number of times where people say, oh, Japan is not logical. We just do it this way. Well, that's not a very good excuse. That's not a very good reason. And I think it's an interesting question to have. So I'm going to keep this video kind of short. What do you think?